Have you ever wondered what happens when you firmly reject the sweet words and desperate attempts of a narcissist to hold on to you? Will they quietly withdraw, or will they explode in rage, or perhaps even silently seek revenge? If you're curious about the dramatic and unpredictable reactions of a narcissist when faced with a decisive rejection, then this is the video for you. Together, we'll delve into the hidden corners of a narcissist's psyche, expose their cunning tactics, and most importantly, equip you with the knowledge to protect yourself from unnecessary harm. Why do they try to pull you back? But before unveiling the truth, let's contemplate a paradox. Why would a narcissist who views themselves as the center of the universe cling so desperately to a relationship? Could it simply be love? The truth is often harsher than you think. First and foremost, they cannot stand the thought of you being happy without them. In the twisted world of a narcissist, you are nothing more than prey in their endless game of manipulative pursuits. They discard you with the illusion of finding a more perfect version that satisfies their insatiable need for admiration. Yet, ironically, their selfishness cannot bear the idea of you thriving in their absence. They can't stomach the thought of you finding someone better because it feels like a dagger piercing their fragile ego. They crave for you to remain tethered to them, orbiting like a small planet bound to the gravitational pull of their oversized self. In this selfish universe, they are the center, while your emotions and happiness are mere afterthoughts. Even if they've moved on, found someone new, gotten married, had children, or relocated to a distant place, they'll still find ways to drag you back into their toxic vortex. Their obsessive possessiveness won't allow them to accept that you're living a better life without them. They will go to great lengths to sabotage your new happiness, harassing you with calls, showing up unexpectedly, picking fights with your new partner, or even spreading rumors to tarnish your reputation. They may appear happy in their new relationship, but their selfishness won't permit you the same. This double standard stems from their distorted, massive ego that thrives on control and possession. Another reason they might resurface is due to trouble in their current relationship. Perhaps their new partner dared to challenge or inadvertently hurt their inflated ego, igniting their fury like a raging fire. A narcissist's ego is as fragile as thin glass, prone to shattering at the slightest overstep. And in that moment, you, the ex, become the perfect pawn in their calculated game. They don't come back because they care about you. They come back because you're a tool for revenge, a means to reaffirm their dominance over their current partner. They skillfully juggle multiple supplies, throwing out alluring bait to see who takes the hook. They'll vacuum one person back into their orbit and then move on to the next, planting false hopes only to pounce when their prey is vulnerable. You may find yourself ensnared in a love triangle where you play the role of the backup supply, a pawn used to manipulate and undermine their opponent. If you take the bait, they'll temporarily elevate you to the center, making you feel like a queen, but it's all an illusion. You are nothing more than a disposable piece in their game. Once the match ends, they will discard you without hesitation or remorse. You are not special. They have an entire harem of replacements waiting to take your place. Frightening, isn't it? Narcissists are ruthless predators, always lurking, waiting for the right moment to devour their prey. So, if you're ready to resist the gravitational pull of a narcissist, be brave and say no to their manipulative vacuum cleaner. Show your determination by commenting, "Block them right now." Don't become a victim of this toxic love game again. Hold on to your dignity, step out of the vortex, and let them sink into the traps of their own schemes. What happens when you bravely reject their calculated vacuum game? Will their mask of deception crack, revealing their true ruthless nature? Join me in continuing this journey of discovery as we expose the shocking truths hidden behind the narcissist's glamorous facade. Stay tuned for the next part to witness their dramatic responses and arm yourself with unbeatable knowledge in the battle against these wolves in sheep's clothing. They gaslight you. After disappearing without a word, the narcissist reappears with subtle, cutting remarks aimed directly at your self-esteem. They might say things like, "Oh, it seems like you don't care about me anymore. I thought you loved me more than that." Their goal is to plant seeds of guilt, compelling you to reach out, seek forgiveness, and beg for their attention. They are like sly foxes, setting intricate traps so their prey willingly steps into them. They want you to grovel, to plead for their return. When you chase after them, they feel vindicated and exalted. In their minds, they think, "If I were truly so awful, why would they want me so badly?" Your desperation becomes fuel for their oversized ego, reinforcing their belief that they are always right and forever the center of the universe. One important thing to note is that narcissists are masters of staging fake breakups. They create these scenarios to freely explore outside the relationship, only to later blame you for their misdeeds. They might coldly state, "We were broken up at the time," or justify their actions by saying, "We had a fight that night, so I," deftly shifting the responsibility onto you. They are like skilled actors who can flawlessly play the victim, leaving you confused and questioning if you were truly at fault. A relationship with a narcissist is like an exhausting game of chase, where you're always the one running after them while they vanish and reappear at will. They treat you as a safe harbor, a backup option they can return to whenever they please. You become trapped in a vicious cycle of hope and disappointment, never experiencing the stability or happiness of a healthy relationship. The inability to self-reflect and take responsibility for their actions is a hallmark of narcissists, setting them apart from mentally healthy individuals. Sometimes narcissists may believe they want reconciliation and desire your return, but they remain stuck in a perpetual game mode, a cycle of anger and revenge. Their minds are like a roller coaster, endlessly looping through repetitive thoughts. They spend entire days obsessing over you, only to repeat the pattern again the next day. This cycle oscillates between anger, retaliation, and denial. They are torn between hoovering you back and maintaining their relationship with a new supply to fill their emptiness. Even when they find temporary distractions, they quickly spiral back into negative emotions, casting themselves as the victim and blaming you for all their misfortunes. They lunge an all-out assault to regain your attention. When their relationship with the new partner begins to hit a dead end, their instinct is to launch an all-out offensive to drag you back into their web of manipulation. They orchestrate an intense love-bombing storm, a meticulously staged whirlwind of affection designed to overwhelm you with an unrelenting wave of attention that feels impossible to resist. They start with relentless actions, giving you no moment of peace. The bombardment includes messages and calls from morning until night, filled with sweet promises, dramatic apologies, or even veiled reproaches disguised as declarations of love. They might send flowers to your home, deliver meaningful gifts, or unexpectedly show up at your workplace or places you frequent. All to remind you, "I'm still here. I won't let you leave so easily." Their presence becomes a psychological assault, leaving you feeling surrounded and suffocated. They deny you the space to think, the opportunity to establish boundaries, or the time to fortify your resolve. Instead, they intensify the pressure with displays of tears, begging, or even bursts of anger if you show indifference. They will do anything to make you feel as though you're breaking them, that you are the cruel one if you continue to refuse them. Their true objective, however, isn't love or reconciliation. It's to reassert control. They want you to believe you can't live without them, that they are the center of your world. As their unrelenting assault wears you down, you might find it increasingly difficult to say no, to stand your ground, and to escape the dangerous game they've crafted. This is not genuine change or an effort to make amends for the pain they've caused. Instead, it's a new strategy, an upgraded manipulation tactic designed to push their control to the extreme. The goal is to weaken your resistance so they can pull you back into the toxic cycle they've carefully constructed. By overwhelming you with their calculated gestures and emotional appeals, they seek to rob you of your independence, leaving you vulnerable to their domination once again. Recognize their actions for what they are, a performance, and remember that your freedom and well-being are worth far more than their orchestrated drama. They attack you indirectly. When you ignore them and firmly commit to moving on, the narcissist doesn't give up. Instead, they pivot to a new strategy, a cunning, indirect approach meticulously designed to regain control. Rather than confronting you directly, they subtly infiltrate your circle, targeting the people you trust and are closest to. They begin by feigning deep concern for your family, friends, or colleagues. Unexpected gifts, seemingly heartfelt inquiries, and unannounced acts of kindness are all deployed. They work tirelessly to construct the image of a perfect individual, someone misunderstood in the past but now striving to make amends. Every move they make has one clear objective: to win the favor of those important to you while sending an implicit message. Look how wonderful I am. Perhaps you were wrong to leave me. But they don't stop there. The indirect approach can also take the form of a covert smear campaign. They subtly spread misinformation or distorted stories about you, cloaked in the guise of concern. For example, they might express worry about you to others, slipping in disparaging comments. "I'm really worried about her lately. She seems a bit unstable." Bit by bit, they plant seeds of doubt within your relationships, creating an environment where you feel isolated or mistrusted by those you once relied on. This performance is more than psychological manipulation. It's their way of controlling the narrative around you. They aim to make you question yourself, to believe that you made a mistake in leaving them, and to remind you of their lingering influence. Proof that you can never truly escape their grasp. Stay vigilant. Don't let their outwardly kind actions shake your resolve. The people who genuinely care for you will see through their charade and won't be easily swayed. Remember, this indirect approach is just another part of their elaborate game, one where every move is calculated to destabilize you and lure you back. Trust in yourself, stand firm in your boundaries, and keep moving forward on the path you've chosen. They don't deserve the power you once gave them. Your strength and determination are the keys to breaking free from their manipulative cycle. Why victims get trapped in narcissistic relationships. Many people find themselves stuck in an endless cycle of pain with toxic individuals, repeatedly leaving and then coming back, time and time again. Why does this happen? The answer lies in deception, not only by the toxic individual but also by the victim's own illusions. Victims convince themselves to believe in a beautiful relationship and a perfect version of their partner that never truly existed. It is the love they imagine, not the reality of the person they are with. They hold on to hope that things will change, that one day the narcissist will wake up and become the ideal partner. They paint a bright future where the relationship blossoms, like a fairy tale ending. But the harsh reality is that narcissists never change their nature. They love only themselves, and any initial displays of affection or care were nothing more than manipulative tactics to gain control and attention. Despite enduring deep emotional wounds, many victims turn a blind eye to the red flags. They ignore the pain, dismiss the insults, and cling to hollow fantasies. But when they confront the truth, they see that the narcissist only cares about themselves. At the start, narcissists often appear deeply loving and attentive, making you feel like the center of their world. But this is merely a ploy to trap their prey. Once they achieve their goal, be it control, attention, or a sense of power, they reveal their true colors. Criticism, belittling remarks, and controlling behavior soon follow. They manipulate their victims into feeling small, worthless, and powerless. Then, one day, when they grow bored or no longer see value in you, they discard you without remorse. Worse, they might even boast about their conquest, acting as if their behavior was completely justified. If you dare to resist or expose their true nature, you'll face a storm of retaliation, blame, insults, and even more calculated manipulations. Narcissists are masterful actors, always wearing a perfect mask in public. To the outside world, they appear admirable, kind, charming, even selfless. But behind closed doors, their true nature emerges. Selfish, cruel, and heartless. They never admit fault, always blame the victim, and twist the truth to protect their carefully crafted image. Victims are also manipulated by their own fears: fear of loneliness, fear of failure, and fear of facing the painful reality that the love they hoped for never existed. But once they accept the truth that there is no redemption coming from the narcissist, they have the chance to break free from this vicious cycle. Remember, narcissists don't love you. They love how you serve their ego. Don't let illusions keep you imprisoned in their world. Love yourself enough to walk away, enough to reclaim the freedom and peace you truly deserve. How to avoid falling into the narcissist's trap. Human nature drives us to seek meaning and closure. When a relationship ends without a satisfying explanation or clear reason, our minds tend to replay events and conversations, searching for answers to the whys. This mental loop leaves us emotionally turbulent, cycling through anger, guilt, shame, disappointment, or even yearning for the person to change and become the dream partner they appeared to be at the beginning. Unfinished business often stems from broken promises and unfulfilled plans. You feel deceived, hurt by misplaced trust, or worried that they're now offering those good things to someone else. Doubt, jealousy, and a sense of injustice keep gnawing at you, making you question yourself. What went wrong? What did I do wrong? This obsessive reflection on the past becomes a mental trap, consuming your thoughts. You blame yourself for trusting them too much, or conversely, for not trying hard enough. This vicious cycle of negative thinking makes it nearly impossible to move on. Cutting contact is the most effective way to escape the narcissist's hold, and you've already made the right choice. You can't heal wounds in the same environment that caused them. However, breaking free from their manipulation requires setting firm boundaries and letting go of the promises and memories you shared with them. When I say cut contact, I mean completely severing all ties. Block all avenues of communication. Delete their number, unfollow them on social media, and remove connections to their family, friends, and even mutual acquaintances. Don't fall into the sweet trap of a reunion with a narcissist. It's merely the beginning of another cycle of abuse. They may pretend to change for a month or two, but their true nature will soon resurface. They will ignore, manipulate, and possibly cheat on you again. They'll see you as desperate and foolish for giving them another chance, believing you'll never truly leave them, no matter what they do. Each time you take a narcissist back, you devalue yourself. You signal to them that you're willing to endure their toxic behavior, which only emboldens them to escalate. Remember, when issues arise in a relationship, it's crucial to address them head-on from the start. Disagreements and arguments are natural, and sometimes taking space is necessary, but prolonged silence only worsens the situation. During such gaps, both parties may drift toward others, and when you reunite, the ghosts of the past linger, making reconciliation even harder. Acknowledge that the relationship was toxic and unworthy of your energy. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and living in fear and pain is something no one deserves. Cutting contact might make you feel lonely at first, but it's a far better choice than wasting your life in a damaging relationship. Life is too short to spend it on people who don't deserve you. Prioritize healthy relationships where you are genuinely respected and loved. You are worthy of peace, happiness, and love that uplifts rather than tears you down. As you can see, rejecting the gravitational pull of a narcissist is not just a way to protect yourself. It's a powerful message that you are no longer under their control. Their reactions may range from anger and blame to seeking a new supply, but all of it stems from their inability to accept losing their perceived power over you. Remember, refusing a narcissist's manipulation is neither selfish nor wrong. It is the first step toward reclaiming control over your life. Stand firm, set clear boundaries, and trust that you deserve a life filled with peace and happiness. If you are on a journey of healing, know that you are not alone. Always prioritize loving and protecting yourself. Thank you for watching this video, and if you found the content helpful, don't forget to hit like, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable insights. Wishing you strength and serenity always.